Well, good afternoon. Welcome into Palmerston North. We're at the Ballroom this afternoon as the NZNBL, proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes, continues. The race for the six is well and truly on. Although for the Jets, a heavy defeat just a couple of days back against the same opponent may well have put paid to their post-season aspirations. Good afternoon, welcome in. Andrew Dewhurst with you alongside Brooke Roscoe. And Brooke, the Giants are flying, but the Jets, are they done now in terms of the six? Are they just going to be a pest for the rest of the regular season?
Spoilers, that's probably a good way to put it at this point of the year. And yeah, a tough one tonight because they're missing one of their key players, and Bohannon is going to be out. But also, what an opportunity for some of these young boys to shine at the tailor end of this season and, you know, put them in good stead for it next year. But yes, this Giants team they have been flowing, the rhythm, the consistency, the youth and experience, the way that they've mixed those all year long. The standout for me has been the MVP, Jared West, but man, they have been great all year long. Yeah,
and confirmation of their form. They're top of the table, 10-4, courtesy of the Tuatara's surprise defeat against the Sharks in this round, whilst the Jets, as we see, 5-9. They might be out of the sixth race, but what a race that is. Look at the glut of teams mid-table who are, well, they're playing every game on eggshells, trying to make the six. And for the Saints, well, they're almost in. They need to go unbeaten for the rest of the campaign for the Saints to make the six. As we have a look at matches coming up in this round of the NZNBL, and just confirming, wow, Bulls against the Hawks, such a critical game. Rams against the Airs, likewise. Nuggets, the Jets will back up in Dunedin tomorrow. The Nuggets need to win that one as well. They found some form again, but these are almost like quarterfinals.
Yeah, and how good is the NZNBL take a bow? Because at this point of the season, this is what you want. That Franklin Bulls team, it's going to be an interesting one. They welcome back Jaden Bazan, who's going to be joined by Corey Webster and Getting Potts as the backcourt is dynamic there, but how can they make it all work?
Let's have a look at the starting fives. First up for the Giants, Weston McNaught. They are one of the busiest guard lines. They'll be in your face the whole game. Sammy Dempster, what a career season there's hope for you yet, Brooke. Come on, get back. What a season he's having.
What a season, and he is just genuinely one of the best people you will ever meet. This won't be too high, won't be too low for Sammy Dempster. He's shooting the ball amazingly well. They're coming first. He's the captain of this team. But you're right, hope for me is gone, just like his hairline. But he has played an exceptional season.
It's been great to see, and of course the Americans are big as well, Thompson and Morning. Let's hear from their head coach, Mike Fitchett.
Coach, welcome to Palmerston North. Quick turnaround for you guys, facing these guys not long ago. What changes are you going to need to make, knowing that they've got some extra bodies?
Yeah, it was really about getting into Bohannon and Crawford's scout in the last couple of days. Not sure if Bohannon's playing, but I think Crawford's going to be out there, so adds a huge dimension for them, and then just building on the good things we did the other night.
It's an absolute race for the top six. You guys have been absolute road warriors this year. What's separating you from the rest of the pack?
I wouldn't say we're separated right now, but our efforts on the road have been really pleasing. Would have liked to have a few more wins at home, but we've just got a good mentality. You know, Jared West and Trey and Sam, you know, they don't mind going into other buildings and quietening other crowds. So hopefully that happens again today.
Mate, thank you very much for your time. Good luck for tonight, and hopefully the road warrior continues.
Yeah, Michael Fitchett having a great campaign, very much a Nelson born and bred, of course. The Fitchett family, they are right through basketball in that neck of the woods. As we have a look at the Jets and their lineup, Paif Momoisia, Cooper, Salmon, Najdawi and Temara. So only the one import there. We do understand that Crawford is suited up, but Bohannon not, and that's big for them.
Yeah, huge loss on the boards there, and, you know, protecting the paint. But, you know, at this point of the season as well, nothing to lose. You know, if you're Paif Momoisia, go out there, be the captain, steer the ship. You know, Tukaha Cooper, you get the chance to start tonight. Najdawi, you need to be huge. And Shane Temara, he has the green light of all green lights. So can they slow him down?
Yeah, well, at the start of the campaign, some people said they won't win one game. A man that's been a huge part of why they've won so many is their head coach. Let's hear from Natu Taufale.
Coach, good evening. It's been a busy week for you guys, very much a players' week because there's a lot of games and not much training. How are you approaching this weekend, this little mini-series against the Giants?
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. Hey, we learnt a real good lesson on Wednesday, but however we've recovered and regrouped well in the last 2 days, and we're up for it for today. So we're just going to try and get through some stuff and work on the things that we didn't do so well, and hopefully we'll get the result.
A little bit of a boost being at home, and a little bit of a boost with a couple of extra bodies. Who's in, who's out for tonight?
Yeah, we've got Rob Crawford back and Jacob Collis back from illness. Both of them were ill. Didn't travel to Nelson. Unfortunately, John Bohannon won't be playing today. He's still quite ill, so it's a challenge for us. But however, you know, last Wednesday was great for some of our young guys. They got to experience some heat from Jared West. They'll experience some more today, and we hope they'll be able to manage some of that a lot better today, and then and be able to get us into our stuff. But yeah, excited again for another game, and with the Giants as well. So yeah, excited about that.
Awesome, thank you very much. Hope John gets better soon, and good luck for tonight.
Yeah, so down on firepower, but it's just a couple of days. Sometimes there's nothing like getting straight back on the horse, especially if you were badly beaten. As we have a look at the head-to-head and look at the numbers for the Giants here. Second in the league, first, third in the league. They're so good, and the turnovers I know is a biggie for Mike Fitcher.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the steals there is their backcourt. Their backcourt are just pests, 94 feet long, all game long, 40 minutes. You do not get a break with Jared West on one side and Alex McNaught, who's having a standout season in his own right. You know, second year in the league and doing so well, playing huge minutes for the league-leading Nelson Giants.
The officials for this one, Callum Welsh, Sharon Martin and Sam Pan. So the script suggests maybe more of the same. Wednesday night these two teams met and it was a 96-71 result for the Giants. But this Sal's NBL has thrown up so many surprises. You just would not bet against the Jets doing something special here in front of their home fans. Just about ready to go. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday afternoon. We've got a double header for you in the Sal's NBL, proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. Can the Giants continue their run at the top of the table, or can the Jets do a Southland Sharks and bring the upset? The Sharks beating the Tuatara.
Huge win or a huge loss, whichever way on the table you were looking at that one last night. But the Tuatara needed to get that. You know, they're at the top. They're playing the bottom of the table, Southland Sharks last night at home. Had a lead there in the second and third quarter and just got away from them. Huge loss there.
We're good to go here in Palmy. And Nelson controlled the tip. And McNaught for Dempster. And so much of the great results for Dempster this season as he looks to shoot the triple to get them going in and out. And initially looked like a pretty easy offensive board for the Giants, but the Jets come away with it. But nothing comes without hard work as Temara can shoot the three and gets them going early, the Jets. Geez, had a good season.
He has shot the ball with extreme confidence all season long, and yeah, that's the thing about this game tonight, is the Jets have nothing to lose. That's what you have to think about if you're a Giants fan, a Giants coach, a Giants player, is they can just come out and play basketball. They have nothing to lose. They can push the pace. They can be spoilers and look for that man to get going tonight as we get a nice spin move in the paint. And Alex McNaught, a tough finish.
Temara with the rebound to go with that three ball. And before Shane made that triple, I was telling the story that Sam Dempster's great season has not happened by accident, Brooke. There's a lot of talk about the off-season. He put a lot of work in and realised perhaps in his twilight years that he had to do some extra shuttles up and down the floor, but look at the results.
The results speak for themselves. This man has had 28, 29-point games. He is shooting the ball extremely well, but there's playing your role and doing your part, and then there's really excelling and playing your role and being a role player. And that's what Sammy has done all year long. And, you know, down this end as well, he's been great defensively. He just talks and talks and talks. And when you're at the back, that's what you need.
And the block from Dempster right on cue. McNaught, Giants still looking to get things underway. Thought about it. Dempster has another look from long range and a whistle on the play. And I wonder if Morning's just lent in a little here and trying to get the rebound.
Oh, just battling down there.
Both players were looking at the official as if to say, which way is this going to go? So it was just a good physical battle.
And it's going to be a big one for the Jets tonight. They need to make sure that they clean up those defensive rebounds. And we've talked about this a couple times already, and we will continue to as we see the defensive pressure there from Alex McNaught. But I think they need to get out and run. If you allow this team to set up on defense, you allow Jared West and Alex McNaught to pick you up in the backcourt, it's going to be a tough night. If you can get stops, you can get out and run, build some confidence, it's going to go a long way to helping you win this game tonight.
West now. The Giants still looking for their first bucket. And again, it's a 3-ball. And they're not showing any great inclination as we get a little showtime to get them underway. Thompson goes upstairs.
That's what we're talking about, though. You have to clean up those boards, and they're getting wide open shots at the moment. And it's tough because the rotation just isn't there from the Jets at the moment. And so they're rotating late and finding it hard to pick up their man on the rebound.
Sam Dempster right in the passing lane. West have not really run anything that's got them into the paint. Now they do, and just reaching in there, a little too eager was Klein Salmon.
Tough cover down there. There's a big boy, Trey Morning. Throws the dime as well. He's a big cover down there on the post. You love that rim run. Get under the rim, seal early, get the bucket.
Behind the pass, one for Morning. So they do finally find a rhythm from long range. They weren't shy of shooting it, were they? That's their 4-3 first attempt, first success.
It's just easy. It's just way too easy at the moment. And this is going to happen. You know, you got a different rotation, different starters than you're used to. Rotations aren't just as clean and as crisp as you'd like. It's just a high on ball, a double that's coming. Jared West is getting it out quick. It's not Sammy Dempster shooting, they're finding the next person, and it's a one more. It's very Spurs-like basketball.
Here is Crawford in for the first time.
That'll be a big help. He makes tough shots. Mid-range, consistent all year long. Can step out to the 3.
Najdawi with the long board. Mismatch with West, and so he puts the shoulder into him. Didn't really force it though. West moved his feet quickly. Upstairs again, and the foul. So the alley-oop pass is paying dividends early for the Giants.
It's too easy. Watch him get around this on ball. Gets into the paint. It's tough cover for Crawford to come over. You just have to build a better wall, and you can't allow Jared West to turn the corner. Right hand dominant, get into the paint and throw that easy lob.
So what was a slow start, as that one's tipped away, has turned into a 4-point lead for the Giants. Through some traffic, but McNaught went straight up, and they get possession.
And a tough one there if you're Coach Natu Tufali, because you want Cooper to be aggressive. You know, Jared West is going to press you all game long, and you want to break that, but also as a point guard, you need to pull it back out, set the troops, and Jared West just forced him to pick up the pace and get into the paint and jump and try and make a pass.
West tried to thread the needle off the legs of the American, Najdawi. Not sure they need the reset, but at least 14 seconds on the shot clock here.
And I think expect to see a lot of that tonight as well. High on balls with Jared West. Alex McNaught will run a couple as well, but straight into a high on balls. Let him make the choices.
And Morning gets that roll, and do not let him start to feel good in your gym, because he will hurt you. Cooper. Crawford, who missed that heavy defeat on Wednesday night. And it was through illness, so there might be questions of just how long he can go here. Gets to the Razine, then the elbow, and a nice floater.
That's old school right there. They had all the time in the world. One-on-one basketball. That's what they missed on Wednesday night. Just someone that can slow it down, make sure that the scoreboard keeps ticking over, and that's one thing he is extremely capable of doing. And picked up well on D there as well.
Got a steal here as well, so having an impact immediately off the bench, almost turning it over. And West is there, had the size disadvantage, but knew he had help from the weak side. And again, oh, they missed the easy layup there. Morning was handed to him on a plate, couldn't capitalise.
Still there from Jared West, and I can guarantee you that is not going to be his last.
Won't be the last, no. He'll be picking your pocket all day long. Oh, and that's a frustrating one there from Thompson. He just slaps away, having lost possession.
Good battle there from Tukaha Cooper.
All right, I've got some bangers in my bag.
Strong frame. Get out there and bang, and did your job.
So first chance for the coaches to have a word. And they've just struggled offensively, having made that early triple. Brooke, they just have the bucket of Crawford to show for their efforts through the first 5 minutes and 12 seconds. Nelson starting to look like they're finding some rhythm.
Yeah, it's coming down one end of the court for me as well. It's going to be tough, and you know, it might sound like a bit of a broken record here, but this is why the Giants are doing so well this season, is their backcourt will pick you up and play you 94 feet. And if you're taking the ball out of the basket every single time, it's going to be tough. So you know, how do you change something on defense? What do? Do you sit in the zone for a little bit? Do you try something else out? Because if you're constantly taking the ball out of the net with this Giants team, it's going to be a tough night.
So Michael Fitchett has not yet gone to his bench. The starter's still out there as they left the floor for that timeout. We'll see if he does go to his rotations at this point in proceedings. Perhaps because of the nature of that scoreline on Wednesday night, I don't think anyone played more than sort of 24, 25 minutes for the Giants. So they should be okay. They should be reasonably rested. And of course, at this stage of the season, they're fit and rearing to go. We can see that Tratham's out there for the Giants now. And McNaught steals it away.
And to Coach Fitchett, that's exactly what you want, and you would have been harping at the troops all week long leading into this game. As we get Jared West back into the paint, 2 feet in the paint. This time he goes for the floater over and draws the foul. But if you're Coach Fitchett, that's what you want at this point of the season, you know? Get the boys out there, make sure your lungs are still going, but you want to conserve the energy. You want to make sure that you stay injury-free heading into the playoffs. And the Giants win this one. I think they're all, you know, they're solidly in the playoffs, but they win this one. They're in the playoffs, and Coach Fitchett just wants a strong, healthy team.
Yeah, I think the Giants, and whilst get the calculators out, and there's so many different permutations, but you would think the Giants, maybe the Tuatara, they've played a couple of games more, but there's such a race in mid-table for the top 6 that teams are going to do damage to each other. So you would think the good work of the Giants especially, but maybe also the Tuatara, that they're going to figure. They're going to be in the 6 there somewhere.
If I was a betting man, I'd say they're in there.
Driving to the hoop, it's a great finish as well from Salmon. That'll get the crowd going.
And yeah, he's played all season long. He started all season long as well. But once again, golden opportunity in a game like this to showcase what your goods are. You know, a product of Mana College, Polydor boy, athletic. There's a golden opportunity tonight to just go out there and play ball. Crawford,
talk about playing some one-on-one basketball. That's clever from Temara, just knowing that he was well and truly out over that baseline, just crashing that back off the legs of Thompson.
If they can make this a dogfight, the Jets can scrap, claw their way through this one. They're going to make a ball game out of this. And good, strong move from Njdawi with the left, and he's done that all season long. He is strong going to that left.
Yeah, I recall seeing Njdawi for the first time, and I think like a lot of people watching, the jury was out early on as to what he was going to bring. He was literally straight off the plane. I don't know that he had his game legs, but he is stronger and bigger than he looks, and he doesn't mind bumping in the paint, and he's very good with the finish on both hands.
Strong down there, but also has a very soft touch. I'm not saying that he is this way. I'm not calling him Piero Cameron. I'm not, okay? But there are similarities that he likes to bang, and he's got a soft touch down there.
It's always good, before you compare someone to Piero Cameron, to say you're not comparing them to the great PC, as Salmon goes to the hoop again. And look at the support from the bench. Ngātu Tawhale has done a wonderful job with this largely young local crew.
That's what we're talking about. Klein's given an opportunity in this game and has all season long, but he's athletic. His eyes lit up with someone that's just come off on the bench, and strong right-hand drive finish on the rim. Go convert, add one, and give your team the chance to take the lead.
And Tyler Marsh was unable to stay on the hip of Salmon, who can't complete the three-point play. And we have the quarterback pass and a finish from Marsh at the other end of the floor. So the Jets switching off.
And they call that a coach killer, and Coach Ngātu Tawhale was just pulling his hair out of that one. You can't have a free throw. And then the other team.
Oh, here we go. Salmon can fly.
Get up, young fella. That's strong take. That's 2 in a row. Now builds the confidence. Can he step out? Capable three-point shooter.
And the Jets really have shown they've learned some of the lessons, and they might have had their tails between their legs a little, albeit they were undermanned on Wednesday night. But you sense some of the talk leading into this one is there's a bit of feeling here between Trathan and Najdawi. And Morning comes in to separate them. I think they're okay. I think there was a smile and a friendly chat there after the arms got tangled up.
Basketballers have the funniest fights. My whole career, I've been around basketball my whole life. I think I've seen 3, but I've seen 984 semi-fights.
Yeah, they know they.
Jared West and Michael Fitchett as well.
And the Jets take a lead, so they have responded superbly. They were down 7-3, and they've gone on quite the little run here.
I think if you're the Giants, it was easy at the start of the game. You're running high pick and rolls with Jared West. Early seals like this.
Well, the whistle on the play, I was counting, and I thought 3 seconds took a long time to go past there for Morning in the paint.
He was playing Reed down there. But it's do you just go back to what was working? It was simple at the start of the game. If Jared West was doubled, find the man who set the screen. If rotation was late, easy shot, get into the paint. If rotation was good, find the corner man. Do we just go back to that? It just feels like they've gone away from that a little bit over the last 2-3 minute span, and the Jets are taking this lead.
This may not be the worst thing for the Giants to have a first quarter kick in the pants here, to just remind them that Wednesday night's gone, done and dusted. It may not be the worst thing for them to be told they're in a game here.
I know, you're right. At this time of the season, you know, it's a balancing act. And you're probably right. You know, early in this game, can we make a fight? What can Coach Fitchett take out of this? Going into the second half, they'll want to blow this thing out. Put some of their key players on the bench. Allow some of their young guys to get a feel.
Oh, Crawford's got a feel. Has he got a feel? He's been crooked, but he still knows where the bucket is. McNaught. It's the Jets' turn to just step things up on D. Trathan to Morning, and there is a 3-second call.
You called it. I think that was a bit quicker, but that might have been collateral damage of the last position.
Well, he may have found some great camping sites around the Nelson Bays region, but he ain't allowed to go camping here in Palmy. This is a fantastic response from the Jets, and I say a response to Wednesday night. Lovely move again from Salmon. Let's call that a pass. And the 3-ball on the way, and it's good. They're all finding their range. Robertson with the triple.
3 is better than 2. You're right, we'll call it a pass. He found the open man, and Robertson's played sporadic minutes over the season. And hopefully tonight he gets the chance to shine.
Well, this is more than a kick in the pants. This is now well and truly a wake-up call for the Giants, and rest assured they will be reminded of how competitive this league is by their coach in the quarter-time break. Trathan comes down with the board. Chance for the last offensive play here for the Giants. What are they going to run? Down by 6, they need a bucket.
And do you go back to the bread and butter that worked at the start? High on ball.
McNaught getting in trouble here. Shot clock, game clock disappearing, and he had to put up a prayer. And is there time? Natu Tafale says, I'll play referee and say there's no time left. And do the officials agree with him? I think they do. I think they do. I just have to wait and see. So it does look as though that is quarter time. The coaches with a chance to address matters, and Mike Fitchett will have the most to say, you would think. First quarter done here. It's the Jets 21, the Giants 15.
When I say go, you're going to run to Vinny, dribble the ball. Okay? Just go crazy. You ready? Then we're going to cheer that on. We ready? Ready, Madden? Go! Good. 1 minute. Nice. He's got Tremont. He's got 10 seconds. 5, 4, one more. 3, 2. Go, go, go. Nice. All right, put your hands together for Madden. Madden takes away himself a Sal's Pizza t-shirt. Well done. All right, Carmen, we need to keep that energy up. Let's keep the room alive for the guys. We have 21-15 on the scoreboard. 2, your property brokers, Jets. Who's ready for the second quarter? Make some noise!
Welcome back to the ballroom. And if you were expecting a continuation of the 96-71 walloping that the Giants gave the Jets on Wednesday nights, then we've got completely the opposite. The response here from the Jets has been superb. And yes, Robert Crawford, the import, is back, and he's played a big part. 5 points in his 6 minutes 44 off the bench. I know that we were just chatting during the break as Thompson gets to the elbow, can't make it go. The rebound is good though for the Giants, but to Brooke Rusco, you were impressed again with these young players being given their opportunity by Natu Tafale, and in some ways it's a forced opportunity. We're down on numbers, go and have a crack as we see Nathaniel Salmon drive, great pass, great bucket. These youngsters really stepping up.
Jeez, Nathaniel Salmon has come on and he's played well. He's played with confidence. And get the turnover here as they jump into this 1-3-1 zone. We talked about this a little bit earlier as well. What do we try? It was tough at the start with Jared West picking us apart, coming off those on balls. What do we do different? Jump into this 1-3-1 zone, and first position, you get a stop, but Nathaniel Salmon has come in and like I said, just playing with confidence, energy, enthusiasm, and big screen there. Got a 6-point lead.
Sam Dempster has just been sent into next week's round. How much memory he will have of the rest of today, or has he absolutely let the officials know? I think it may be more of the latter. I thought he'd taken some contact to the noggin there, Brooke, and thankfully it was more chest on chest.
One thing I can tell you about Sammy is that he will never flop. That was a genuine hit right there, and still brushing that one off with the left hand there.
So ruled illegal.
The Jets jump back into a man defense here.
Brooke, they have an entire bench rotation, as Tratham can do that to you. That is very much a part of his game.
Very much so. But if you're the Jets, you know, you got to pick your poison at some point. Shot clock running down. Contested shot. Just hit it.
Crawford keeps the scoreboard ticking over for the Jets. And I know Crawford's on the floor, but he didn't start this game, Brooke. They've got an entire bench unit out there at the moment, the Jets.
And it's just the fact that he's on the court. Bonus that he's scoring, and you know, he's old school. He's got all the time in the world. He can score for days. But the bonus is his presence, that he's actually out there. They have to go and mark that man at all times. They have to know where he is. You watch Tratham, how closely connected he is to him.
Here is Crawford, involved in most possessions. It's great rebound there over the back of Dempster. Crawford goes again, rejected by Schwalger.
But Nathaniel Salmon one more time. Came in, huge dunk. Got to the rim a couple times as well. But now it's not just the scoring. Added bonus, second chance, third chance points. Keeping the ball alive, defensively playing well as he takes a break here. But man, what a great 8 minutes he just provided.
Robertson, who already has the triple, and goodness me, the lane just opened up. I mean, did they not do a scout? They have no idea what this kid can do.
I can guarantee you Coach Fitchett is one of the best in the game, as we see Jared West get to the paint one more time and finish and one. But I can guarantee you they scouted. At this point, it's on the players. With maybe a little bit of complacency with the huge win on Wednesday night. You win by 25 points, you play the same team a couple of nights later, and you kind of just think, oh, we've already got this one. Not the case at all. And not with the way the NZNBL has been all year long. This man right here, he's leading the league in MVP votes at the moment. It's been great all year long. What can he do over this next 7 minutes and 52 seconds to get the Giants back in front?
Robertson, you're right, Brooke, they will absolutely know what he's capable of. He did play 20 minutes against them on Wednesday night and had 8 points. So the Jets putting up another triple. That one in the hands of West via Schwalger. He goes exploring. I wonder if Schwalger's set an illegal screen here.
You got him there. These young boys from this Jets team will just be relishing and cherishing these moments. You're playing a Sal's NBL game. You're in the second quarter against the top team in the league, the MVP of the league. You're going to get so much better for this experience. And you see the pressure here from Jared West.
Oh, wow, that was so close to a half-court violation there. Not getting it over. Michael Fitchett reckons the count was slow. And unable to resist reaching in with the foul.
Quick couple there from Schwalger. 2 early fouls.
Crawford, Thompson, right up in his grill. Good screen, Thompson, some energy that was perhaps over the top in forcing the screener away. And there's a bit of feeling here. These young Jets boys, they're up for this.
If you caught that one there, though, you changed camera angle, but on the sideline here, you see Coach Fitchett just screaming. I'm not sure who he was yelling at either. With the refs or maybe his own players with the rotations.
I just thought Thompson got away with a real push-off on this man, Morrison, in the leader.
Showed a quick burst of energy, though. He's on the floor, and then boom, he's on the rim.
Yeah, back up. Can't make the second. The Giants trail by 3. McNaught picks it back out for West. Morrison there. West hits the deck. Shot clock pressure. Thompson just a little up fake, and Robertson went flying past.
Yeah, it's a couple times now. The two old schoolers right there. We gave it to Crawford before. So these old school have all the time in the world. Up fake. We call them young bloods. Off his feet, and Robertson got picked before as well.
Crawford, there's a good chance this will end in a shot. As soon as he gets the ball, and that's why, because he can create out of nothing. Crawford is a scorer.
Professional scorer at that, and if you're young and you're watching the game of basketball and you love it, watch him for one reason, his change of pace. Change of pace in the game of basketball is one of the most vital and lethal things that you can have, and a lot of players from top to bottom play at one pace. Crawford isn't fast at all. His first step isn't quick at all, but his change of pace does it very well.
Yeah, sometimes it's not how fast you are, it's if you can slow your opponent down and get them out of rhythm. And you're exactly right, Brooke. He's very deceptive. Little hesitations. Dempster from long range. The chant of defense helped keep it out from the Jets fans.
Good job. Contested shot. Sam Dempster shot the ball well all year. But everybody boxed out, and you only allowed one chance. But there's those hands in there, Alex McNaught and Jared West. They get out and running.
And Thompson was there on the trail. Gets the easy bucket off the glass. Cooper. Thompson aggressive, looking to affect the steal.
And there's multiple reasons why the Giants are leading the league at the moment, but I think they play the game extremely well in terms of the pace. They push the pace when they want to push the pace. Defensively, they rotate extremely well. They don't get out in trans all the time, but when they do, for example, just there, Jared West found Alex McNaught, didn't have the layup. Thompson stayed on the rim. They picked their poison well.
It's going down a bit of a blind alley. Temara helping Salmon out, and the referee has called a reaching foul here on Sam Dempster, who's pretty animated in response.
And we've been at a few Giants games now, and one thing that Coach Fitch has been huge on these boys, and there's probably a little bit more than we've seen all year, is they leave the refs alone. Good or bad, they leave the refs alone. I've been extremely impressed with that. As you see Alex McNaught try and pull Sammy Dempster away. There's a little bit more talking than I've seen with the refs all year long.
Yeah, and ultimately, I think it's the right approach. Each to their own, and some players in all levels of the game around the world feel that they need to perhaps have a little chat every now and then, helps fire them up, but typically, Brooke, it's wasted energy. You don't change a referee's mind
I don't think I've seen one
by
yet.
chatting, yeah.
And I agree with you. I don't know if my execution and my
now you're in this
my
seat.
mindset was always the
you
same.
agree. Dempster was all alone, just a little up fake, and then he drives to the bucket, fouled on the way. Takes out Lascelles hoarding, and he'll go to the Racine.
I know he's been shooting well all year. Just stay down on that one.
And Sam Dempster is quite chippy, isn't he? He's deep down, I think he'll be enjoying this contest, and the fact that he's engaged with the referees and the opponents in a few conversations just tells you about the intensity out here.
And the intent, they know what's on the line. It's top 6 this year, and this is the first, but top 2 teams, they missed out that first night.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the Giants, the conversation is not top 6, it's top 2. That's very much their goal, game by game. That's where they want to finish up. Najdawi has made a little room. Dempster. Najdawi kicks it back out. Crawford will shoot the 3-ball from a long way outside the arc. And they scramble the rebounds. Salmon puts it back in. Lovely finish. This time from Klein Salmon.
The Salmon brothers doing their thing tonight. Second chance points.
Dempster all alone. Can't make them pay.
And you're asking for trouble. Yeah, Coach Notis Farley would have been over there all week long, especially after the game on Wednesday. As Tamata lines up a 3 and misses one, you cannot allow Sammy Dempster to get a rhythm.
Another offensive board for the Jets, and you don't want to give a guy like Crawford a second look. Thankfully, they don't give them a third. Morning. From a long way down the floor, he had eyes for one thing and one thing only, and that was the hoop. Look, hello, he likes this matchup and draws the foul. Momosia just reaching across, and Morning's turn to go to the Resine.
And
And the Jets have not taken a backward step. They had that lead at the end of the first, and they've maintained it. Morning, though, with a chance to close it right up to just the 1 point if he can make the second here.
Yeah, basketball is in his DNA. That number that he's wearing right there, 33. His dad, Alonzo Mourning, could play.
Yeah, that's quite some shadow, isn't it, to look to emerge from. He's a very good basketballer in his own right, Trey, but wow, the lineage there is just incredible. Najdawi, his eyes lit up as well. He saw McNaught in front of him. Forgot to take the basketball with him. West for the triple, that would have hurt.
It's just good basketball, though. If you're Alex McNaught and you got the steal, you got into the paint, you knew you were going to find Jared West there the whole time. At that point, it just comes make or miss.
Najdawi in the post. Morning, man's up, and the shot comes up short.
Is that left that we talked about?
Roll reversal now. It's Najdawi looking to defend Morning. They kick it out. Dempster up high. McNaught. Good recovery there from Crawford. McNaught looked like he was passed, but Crawford got back.
Uncharacteristic turnovers tonight from the Giants. And strong finish there from Tamata.
And Mike Fitchett's seen enough for the moment. He wants a chat.
all right. Now we have a lot of people.
So 3 minutes and 3 seconds left to play in the second. And it is the Manawatu Jets who continue to defy the league ladder. They continue to defy recent form.
Around somewhere. So there are still lots of
They continue to show what character there is on this roster. And their fans have been great all season. They've really engaged with the community. And I think maybe more so than a lot of the other teams. They've engaged with the youngsters. There's so many kids that have been here week in, week out supporting the Jets.
And they get dressed up week in, week out. And look at that.
Oh,
on cue.
That is going the extra mile. Well done, that man.
Yeah, he's been at the majority of the games.
I hope that's not natural, that hair colour and the beard. I hope that's not natural. Go and have a wash.
And what I will say about the crowd as well, just on top of that, just to echo that, is that it's easier to show up to games when your team's winning. At this point of the season, maybe you're out of the playoffs right now, your team is...
Once again, the same things game.
I don't want to say they've over-delivered this year, but they haven't won a lot of games, and you're out here every week. You just got to tip your hat to the crowd.
Yeah, well, Brooke, I mean, you know, you're in the entertainment game yourself now with your 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, but basketball is entertainment. And the Sal's NBL, they've flicked a switch in recent years, and the level of presentation, the level of engagement on game nights is just superb. And you've got to be able to entertain the fans with plays like that. That won't get the home fans so excited, but they love that in Nelson. The point you made is a very good one as the Jets go coast to coast. Thompson gets to the elbow, a little too strong.
And if I was the Jets here, get out and run. Don't allow this Giants team to set up this defense, which has been stellar all year long. So how often can you get out and get some easy layups? Because that man right there is marking the ball, who already has 3 steals this game.
Almost a 4th. But Crawford is just persistent.
He's got 3 steals, but Crawford's got 5 buckets. Puts him up to 11 points tonight. That man's doing well too. He's up to 14 now, 5 of 7 for Trey Morning.
The Jets just continue to stay out in front. So much of it is down to this man who's off his sickbed, as West thought that he got there cleanly. I reckon that's the 2nd or 3rd call in that same part of the floor. The Giants reckon they're getting there clean.
As a guard, that one. And maybe, you know, we're watching from a different angle right now, and maybe we saw something or we missed something that the ref saw there, but Jared West competed pretty well on that one.
I think when the player goes with the outside arm, I think that always gives the referee reason if they're going outside arm and across.
One thing you love, though, is Jared West. What are we going to give him? 5'10", 5'11", maybe? He's down there and he's scrapping. He's making it hard for the big man and Shane Tamata.
Jets extend again, out by 6.
And jump back into the zone. I'm not really sure. I don't even think they know what zone this is at the moment. There's a 1-2-2.
Well, Tratham can bust open any zone because he can shoot the 3 from the corner. That one in and out, though.
It doesn't matter how it looks if you get the stop. It all works.
A great seal by Tamata and a great pass to find him.
Great pass. That was on the dime. That's a tough pass to make. Made it look easy. You gotta throw it over one person to make sure that the help side doesn't get it, and on a dime.
Oh, they needed that from Thompson. They needed that from Thompson. I'm not sure who's called this timeout. It's both teams with the opportunity to have a chat. If it is Michael Fitchett, then it's obviously at the defensive end of the floor that he's worried, because he's just called a timeout on a great triple from Thompson. But I would imagine, Brooke, that it's at this defensive end of the floor that Fitchett's not happy.
I think he's not happy because they've built a standard, they've built a foundation all year long. And we talked about this at the very, very start. But this is just a golden opportunity for the Jets young boys to just come out here and play. And they play with no fear tonight. No worry about what's tomorrow. What implications does this have on the season? We can just go out here and play. And they're attacking the rim. They're not scared at the moment. They put it on a show for their crowd. And Coach Ngāti Tafali only down 5 after taking the 25-point beating on Wednesday night. Must be pretty happy at the moment.
Oh, he'll be delighted.
But also, it's just added time that we talked about before. This could be a great thing for the Giants. And Coach Mike Fitchett leading into the playoffs, which is, man, it's right around the corner. But just to get battle tested and battle warm.
Well, at the moment, Crawford is the threat offensively, 11 points off the bench, but Najdawi with 11 boards, including 3 offensive boards, and the first half's not yet done and dusted.
11 boards in the first.
He goes to work. Thompson is a big body to get around, but Najdawi just goes through the chest, through the contact.
11 points and 6 points. Just has to protect the ball a little bit more. He's got 5 turnovers already, Najdawi, but he's hustling.
Hard look there from Thompson to fade away off the glass. No good. Here they come again. The Jets, blocked by Tratham. How big a play was that? And the outlet pass. What a huge turnaround that is.
We talked about how entertaining the NZNBL is for 2022. On full display right here.
The Jets. I don't want to say this is the last look at a basket here, the way this game's gone. Crawford, it's in the right hands. The triple from Crawford is so good on the back of such a brilliant first half for the Jets. And Crawford says, come on, I'll put you all on my shoulders.
Look at that, you love it.
Oh, this is brilliant. The Sal's NBL at its best. The Manawatu Jets They were no chance coming into this. Beaten by 25 on Wednesday night, and they'll go into the halftime break leading by 8. It's a thriller minute here in Palmy. Stay with us. When we return, myself and Brooke Rusko will have a look at the stats and try and understand just what is going on. Jets lead at 49-41.
Radio. Benny, can you please hold the ball? Oh, a little bit off. Lots of feedback there. Alrighty. One chance to win, $10,000. Benny. Alright, drum roll please, a little bit of turbulence, go! Radio. Just a little bit of a tip. When you have a common name, it's always a good idea to put your surname as well. Alright? Because we have Jake. Now Jake, your phone number, the last 4 digits is 7, okay, it's last 5 digits. 74618. Jake, last 5 digits of your phone number, 74618. Here we go, bring it in there, nice. Radio, I'll grab that one. Now, you get one shot only. Your bit's not allowed to pass or even go on the centre line. All right, now you can throw it in any way or form that you like. Hello, Jake. Good, thank you. How are you? You been practicing? No? All right, well, good luck. If you get this in, then amazing. $10,000 could be yours. You ready? Wait. All right,
Welcome back to the ballroom, and it is the Jets leading the Giants. A merry dance through that first half here in Palmerston North. And the home fans, this is just such a testament to the Sal's NBL, proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes and all its recent success stories. The Jets were supposed to be the easy beats in this competition, but they are anything but. And they are responding to a 25-point beating on Wednesday. And they're led by their imports, but they're led by everyone. Everyone's chipping in. Andrew Dewhurst alongside Brooke Rusko. What do you like? What have you seen in the numbers?
Welcome back, Crawford, and that was just huge. You know, he didn't play on Wednesday night. We talk about his presence alone. Nosdawi great on the boards. It's the second, third chance points there, and Shane Samata and Salmon as well. They're just not giving up. They're fighting, they're battling the whole way through. Jared West has 5 assists, but besides from that, the culture that they're building down in Nelson is, it's a team, it's not an I. But I need Jared West to show up here in the second half.
And the steals, McNaught busy Sam Dempster's got in the passing lanes as
Oh, that's
well.
much of the same there.
Yeah, absolutely. But I just want to highlight to you, talk about energy and effort areas. We saw Nudge Darwee's 11 boards. Guess how many team rebounds the Giants have got?
What are we looking at?
11. So,
Wow.
so one guy's got 11 for the Jets, and the Giants have got 11 as a team. There are 8 offensive boards for the Jets in the first half. So there's some words being exchanged, I'm sure. In fact, it's 11 offensive boards. So I reckon that's the focus for the Giants in the sheds, and we'll see if they can turn it around and come out with renewed vigor and effort in the second half. They're going to need it because they trail by 8. The second half is coming up next.
Opportunity to get over there. Who wants to score themselves a GJ Gardner ball? She's gone. Stand out, do something that's going to get exciting. There's one that I saw from where I was. I'm going to come all the way up. Over in the corner. Okay, how am I going to do this? Oh, thank you. That's great, thank you. Excuse me. Yep. So you're all the way over there in the corner. Can you catch? You ready? Yep, go. Extra one. Ready to catch? 2 hands. What's your name? Luca. All right, give it up for Luca. Just won himself a GJ Gardner Holmes basketball. All right, coming through. Sorry. Who's your favourite player? Number 2, Rob Crawford. Smile and nod. Yeah. There you go, that's for you. Well done. These heaps of really awesome costumes and stuff out here today. So what I'm going to do in our last quarter break, I'm going to get you onto the court.
Welcome back to the ballroom here at Fly Palmy Arena, and the Jets are flying. I know. There's all sorts of cliches you can throw out there about a team nicknamed the Jets, but they are absolutely flying here. A little bit like the colour on those shoes. They're bright. They are dominant. They've enjoyed a great first half. They lead by 8. And Brooke Rusco, the Giants, are they focused on the effort areas? Is that what the biggest concern is? We spoke about it in the halftime break. They've conceded or given up 11 offensive boards. Surely that's not good enough.
No, it's not good enough at all, especially when you're at the top of the ladder for a reason. To only have 11 boards on the half as well is huge, and it's time to show up now. It's the money time of the season. It's the money time of the game. We're jumping into the second half. Can you make this a game of 2 halves? We talked about this at the very start. I thought it would be one-way traffic without Bohannon playing for the Jets. that the Giants would just live on the boards, get second, third chance points, but no, I was completely wrong. And the Jets have just come out and played a fun, exciting, I don't want to say carefree brand of basketball, but they are just playing out there like they've got nothing to lose, and they're getting up and down. They are banging on the boards, and they're up by 8 going into the second half.
Well, we just saw Michael Fitchett deep in thought, and he is one of the many great basketball brains we've got going around this country. Gosh, we're blessed for coaching depth and talent. He's a part of the Tall Black setup, of course, and I'm sure that he and his coaching team will have looked to address some of the concerns that we may have highlighted, and it's easy for us to do so from our position. It's tougher to actually impact the game and make a change. But they look focused, don't they, Brooke?
They've got a point to prove. Season most definitely isn't on the line, but we talked about this a little bit earlier as well. I don't want to constantly sound like a broken record, but I believe for the Giants at this point of the season, they put themselves in this position. It's not about making the top 6. It's can we come first, can we come second, can we miss that first night of basketball when the playoffs kick start. And it doesn't start now because they've built this all year long, but this second half is huge. Who's focused? Why is that man on the screen right there, Jared West? Why is he the MVP at the moment? Show us. This man here has been great all year long, and I thought he had a really, really good first half as well. 13 points from Sam Thompson. Alonzo Mourning had himself 14 on 5 of 7 shooting. But there's no iron team, and it's been a team effort all year long. But Jared West, I need you to be Jared West in this one as well and lead this team around.
Yeah, and all the signs are good. The talk, the body language, all good. But the problem they have is they just have a Jets team that has been better. They've had more reserves of energy. They've had more desire. They've had quality in scoring from the likes of Crawford. They've had grit and determination on the boards from Najdawi. So this is not just down to the Giants. The Jets will have a huge say in this, reminding you that coming into this round, the Giants sit on top of the ladder, 10-4. The Jets are 9th with a 5-9 record. But you only need look at the Sharks, who are bottom of the table, upsetting the Tuatara in this round, to know that anything can happen in the Cells NBL, and it often does.
It just showcases the quality of basketball that is in the Cells NBL for 2022. We talked about entertainment. This is entertainment personified. These teams just going out there and battling.
Shot clock counting down, and they don't panic, and they get a lovely little finger roll finish.
And on the scouting report, for pretty much everyone but Najdawi, it's strong right hand if you're marking these Jets players. But all game long, it's right hand on the rim. And I know they would have talked about that at halftime. Is push them back into traffic, fill up the nail. But we cannot allow these guys to go right hand dominant all game long and continue to finish on the rim. But if you're the Jets, do it till it runs dry.
Timara comes up with nothing but air. That's not the end of the world. He can shoot that. He's just missed his target on that occasion. He'll go again if given the opportunity.
He has had a green light all year long. His light is greener than these uniforms. But he's delivered all year long as well. He shot the ball extremely well from deep.
West, the crowd right into this. McNaught, reverse, too much on it. Thompson gets the rebound. Mourning, in fact, it was. Draws the contact. And he'll go to the Razine.
And this is how you do it. Championship teams do this. They chip away. And they chip away with heart, hustle, and smart plays. And that's just an IQ play. With the rebound. Another foul on Najdawi.
This is the first. This is real, Brooke. That is a 10-point margin now for the Jets.
One thing if you're a player and a coach, especially if you've just won a game by 25 points, there's one thing that you know that you have to eliminate early. Actually, it's two things. One is the crowd, and the second one is hope. If you hang around and give a team like the Jets hope, it's gonna be a tough night.
The Giants put some pressure up the floor and they get a result. And Thompson's turn to go to the Rosine. So the foul was a good one. Stopped any chance of a bucket, but Thompson trying to just edge into this deficit.
That's a little bit too easy. You've worked hard all game to build yourself a lead, and it's just an easy, careless turnover if you're a Jets player. And you've worked too hard to be throwing away the ball like that. You got to put it in the rearview mirror straight away and push this pace again and get back out and run. But they're going to pressure. You can't run from this pressure that the Giants are going to throw at you.
Let's go, Barney, make some noise!
Dempster steps up as well, putting some pressure on Cooper. Temata goes again. Great board from West. The little man got up in big man territory there. And that's a superb drive. Couldn't get the finish. And Morning goes right upstairs. Here they come, the Giants.
That's it, though. Push the pace. Get on the rim. Rotation wasn't there. Big man with 2 offensive rebounds to kickstart the second half. Alonzo Morning with the putback dunk.
Najdawi, he'll like this with the right hand. Too strong for Dempster.
Strong boys down there. I like that, though. Just compete. Go down there and bang. Better person won that one.
West. Thompson gets to the elbow. It's a tough turnaround fader. Makes it look easy.
That's how they started this ball game, though. High on balls with Jared West. He found the open man. Looks like they've gone back to that to start this third quarter.
They have halved that 10-point deficit. Now 5.
We talked about it before. You don't want to give a team hope. On the other side, if you're the Jets.
Oh, Najdawi initially looked like he was going to finish with the left. He just shifted, took the contact, and the and one opportunity.
Finished through contact here. Tough one. Might have taken the elbow to the face there if you're Trey Morning.
Yeah, the GJ Gardner replay just highlighting that contact.
I was saying before, the Giants need to take away the hope from this Jets team, but the Jets, as they convert a 3-point play right there, is they cannot allow this Giant teams to smell fear. And they smell fierce like blood in the water around the shark. So keep playing confident. Keep getting out and run. Get stops. And the big one is get stops and don't allow second chance points.
Well, I kind of feel like Brooke is a bit spooky here. I think my Garmin might be tuned into the Giants. It's just told me to get moving because we've been sat here commentating. But I wonder if it's saying to the Giants, get moving, because they need to. They need to. They want to make an impression. And they're not out of this by any stretch. Don't get me wrong, but they just can't break the back of the Jets here. Thompson, can he make an impact? Yes, he can. Corner 3.
Definitely helps. Too easy once again, though. Jared West just rejects the screen. If you're marking Jared West, you've got to force him back into traffic. Force him back into your help. Make him use the screen. Just rejected that and found Thompson, who shot the ball all. They're going long. He's up to 17 points now.
Temata with the mismatch, and it was recognised.
Recognised is a great way to put that. Saw the mismatch, found it quick, and what I liked is it was a quick move. Don't allow help. Go down there and finish over the point guard.
Dempster from the same spot. Maybe it's the lucky spot for the Giants. What I love, and we've seen it so often this season, Shane Temata really does have that inside-outside game, as that one is hard back off the iron. And here come the Giants. Dempster with the fast break. And now they really have woken. Have the Giants. They've been poked, they've been prodded, and they bring it back to 2 points all of a sudden.
The Giants have been exceptional on the road all year long. In the pre-game interview with the coach, Coach Fitchett, he said that, you know, they're dogs, they're road dogs. Jared West, Alonzo Morning, they love coming into stadiums like this and just quieting the crowd. And if you remember just before halftime how loud it was in here, and now we're just coming up on 4 minutes into this third quarter, and the atmosphere's changed a little bit.
in so many sports, but especially basketball, where the atmosphere can play such a part. It's obviously, by its nature, it's an indoor arena sporting competition, and if players can find a way to play through that home court energy and treat it as something to actually get excited about, and the best players do find a way, don't they? The best teams find a way to go and win on the road and really almost look forward to the hostility that they face.
So how can you harness it? I remember hearing a cool story, and this is the second time I brought up this guy's name. Arguably the greatest basketball player New Zealand has ever seen in Pero Cameron. But I heard that what he used to do when they were on the road is if they were booing, he always felt like he was playing a home game. So they were always booing. They were never booing him. They were always booing, for example, if you're the Giants, they would be booing the Jets tonight. That was his mind frame when he was in Serbia, when he was in China with these huge crowds. And you're right, how do you harness it? And the best ones can. And PC, that's what he would do.
There wasn't much that Pero Cameron couldn't harness, to be fair. Morning goes to the bucket and gets the roll, and they've leveled it up. Now, what have the Jets got in response? Remember, Crawford's been sick, and they may have trouble getting this over the half court. Falmasili does get an outlet pass. All of a sudden, though, the Jets just looking a little nervy. That 10-point margin has disappeared, but Crawford, how does he make that?
It's a tough shot, but I think that was the right shot. Because when a team goes on a run, and especially a team like the Giants, who can put it on you quick because they can get stops down the other end.
That is so good. I tell you what, I reckon Najdarwi got away with the first foul, but they got him for the second. And Morning finished, and we'll go to the Razine for the N1.
Feed the big man. Just going, but that's tough. Good strong finish, good pass as well, and you see how fired up they are down here. But it's going back to that Crawford shot. That was tough. Contested. Alex McNaught played great defense, forced him to pick up the ball. Hand up, you can't do much about that. He made the shot. But when you've got a young team and big teams go on runs, sometimes you just need somebody to pick the ball up and go, you know what? I'm taking the shot. I'm full of confidence. Runs don't affect me at all. I thought make or miss, that shot that Crawford took was the right shot. And now you just need the Jets and these young boys to play with the confidence that they had when they were up 6, 8, 10, 12. Don't be scared of the moment. Don't be afraid to shoot. It's still the same ball game. Make sure you're playing with that extreme confidence you had.
Dempster with a big board. Yeah, they've got to treat these opportunities as their own little taste, their own little sampling of playoff basketball. West gets to the hoop.
Absolutely right. And
there's the pressure here from McNaught. They won't get this over. Oh, and they do. It must have been so close to an 8-second violation.
The thing about that, though, as we see an offensive foul here, is that you're getting the ball over at that 17, 16 point of the shot clock, but it doesn't allow your offense any time to settle, to run something. You're out of sorts, and you end up throwing up something late, or in that instance, coming up with the offensive screen. Offensive foul, sorry.
Dempster. Thompson, uncontested rebound. There's been quite the change. You talk about momentum. We've seen a real swing here towards the Giants.
And two things there that would worry you if you're Coach Tafali and the coaching panel of the Manawatu Jets is Sam Dempster, wide open shot. He's already made a three, got to the rim, and then an offensive rebound from this man right here.
Yeah, and there wasn't a green singlet in sight. And in the first half, it was dominance in these areas by the Jets, and now the Giants. This is quite an incredible run. From 10 down, they are 7 up.
So you pick the ante up. That's how you turn it up, which is what we asked for as well. And I can only imagine if I was a fly on the wall that Coach Pitcher would have said the exact same thing at halftime. But what you do love is that his troops showed up, and those two right there that are giving high fives right now have to be the most annoying backcourt in the Sal's NBL for 2022. But if you're a player that is a part of the Giants, you love those two so much. Those are the two that you want to go to war with every single night.
Giants flexing their muscles.
And they go back to this early high on-ball screen. Pass, wide open shot.
From the corner. Look at them scrambling for the boards now, the Giants. Crawford comes away with this one. Robertson had 1 3-ball in the first half. Crawford reaching over West, but West boxing out just enough. Early whistle on this. Will be called on the floor. A foul on Robertson.
They have to try something different here at this point if you're the Jets.
And they might be in the bonus already, are they? Yes, they are. So it will be a trip to the Racine for the Giants.
And I was always the polar opposite. They always said good defense leads to good offense. And maybe because I never played defense, I didn't have that mindset. But I always thought if you play great offense, it's always going to allow you to have a better defense. If you can, I know, right? You're laughing at me right now, but hear my logic. If you can get a good shot, if you're not running off turnovers, if you can get to the rim, if your big men can get shots, if you can get to the free throw line, it just allows you to actually set up your defense. So maybe my logic's a little bit different than most.
Brooke, the reason I'm laughing, and I love the thinking outside the square. I've been lucky enough to be in the dressing room with some great coaches, Paulie Henare, notably, PC, Pero Cameron. I'm just wondering if they're ever going to say that to their team. Okay, boys, great offense leads to great defense.
Maybe everyone else was missing something but me. Yeah, I always just thought, well, never mind the good defense. Let's play some good offense, boys.
Well, meanwhile, we've seen a remarkable turnaround from the Giants, but they have not, by any stretch, put this one to bed. Plenty of time to play. And the Jets, we know, the ticker, we know the heart, the fight, the determination that they are bringing to this home game. They are going to play the rest of this quarter, though, in the penalty, so every foul will lead to a trip to the free throw line, and maybe that's why that opened up for Thompson.
Jeez, he's been good. He's up to 24 points right now. Alonzo Mourning is 25 points right now. It's such a funny thing, momentum and swings in the game of basketball, because I think if you told the Jets, you know what, if you were down 8 right now, potentially 6, the rebound there from Big Sammy Dempster, but you know, you're down 8 in the third quarter after having a huge blowout on Wednesday night, you'd probably be pretty happy. But the thing is, you started this quarter up 10, and that's why this 8-point lead looks so much bigger.
Masili drives into the paint. Crawford waiting, but stolen away by West. Dempster, it is opening up in the lane, and they are having their way, the Giants. Now they lead by 10.
Yeah, and the worrying sign, just to echo what I was just saying, is that this 10 points feels bigger than 10 points. It's just easy down one end of the court. Sam Dempster, wide open layups. Thompson, if he's not shooting threes, he's crashing the offensive rebounds. Jared West is doing a great job of putting everyone in their position when they're not getting out and run. And it's 10 points right now, but it feels a little bit more than 10.
Isaac Masili will go to the Racine. Every bucket, every possession is vital for the Jets, and that one off the back of the iron.
I always feel this is the most underappreciated part about basketball, is when teams go on runs, it's how can you stop that run? And I always thought the best way to do it, if you can't call a timeout, is get to the free throw line. Stops momentum, can't get out and run. You can continue to put points on the board when it's, you know, you're struggling to put it through the net. The other thing is you have to convert while you're at the line.
West and Thompson, for a rare moment in the second half, not on the same wavelength, and great defense played there. Was it Schwalger? Thompson at the other end with the spin. Once the attempted finish, he's just had that tipped away by Crawford.
There's two people on this Giants team, and I'm only talking about scoring in this instance, but they have picked up the load on this one tonight. 24 from Thompson, 25 from Alonzo Mourning. Jared West just the 7 at the moment, but he's got 12 assists.
Yeah, he is absolutely setting the table, isn't he? And the offense, as we see there, not coming in the form of point scoring, but he is creating.
Man, he has created in this quarter alone. He had 5 in their first half, 7 assists in this third quarter.
I think the best reaction from the Giants has been in those effort areas. You know, they're scoring, yes, but the effort on the boards is noticeable, the improvement on their first half effort.
And they've brought this thing back really quickly. You see the 3 there. But they had 11 rebounds at halftime. And the Jets had 27. The Jets currently have 30. And the Giants up to 24, so they've tidied that thing up quickly. I think they're 25.
Thompson with another 2 in the paint. And for the moments, the Jets look like a team that struggled with illness over the last week or so. And that man, that almost sums it up. That looked tired all of a sudden. It was a great drive and a great effort, but just not dropping as the energy levels disappear a little. So too the Nelson Giants just heading away on the horizon as far as the Jets are concerned. They've turned this around big time. The table-topping Giants, they lead. Stay with us. Final quarter coming up.
Where's the 2 girls from over here that I called? I literally have 60 seconds. All right. What's your name?
Lisa. Grace. Peyton. Charlotte. Ella.
Nice work. William, we've got 1 boy. Oh, you guys are the ones over there, so here you are. Perfect. All right, I want you guys just to do a little bit of a walk around the course, so everyone, just a real quick one, no, like this. Follow me, show everyone your great costume. Now, if you want to actually clap on them, clap. All right, so don't actually turn crazy. All right, so if you want to grab yourself a GJ Gardner's ball, you do need to stand out, and coming in a group really makes you stand out, so well done, guys. Give it up for these members. All right, you have to dance off the court. Give it up. One there. Was it William? William, there you go. Give it up for these 7. Hands together. Let's go, guys.
What a turnaround from the Nelson Giants. Job not done just yet. This man has been huge. Off his sickbed. Did not start. Ratu Tafale still without one of their imports in Bohannon. They're led by as many as 10 early in the third quarter, and they've just been overrun a little by a resurgent Giants. Still so much to play for here, though. Remember, the Giants looking to just put a little seal on top spot on the ladder as Tratham's gone for a little run. Andrew Dewhurst with you alongside Brooke Rusco, and this has been a lot of fun, and so much of that has been down to the Jets and what they brought to this gym.
Yeah, without a doubt. And hello to the nice Nelson Giants in that third quarter. They showed up, but interesting here, they've got all 3 imports on the bench to start this fourth quarter. Those are just thoughts of myself. Without a doubt, they're in the playoffs. The Giants are going to be there. The next question, as we see another air ball from deep, is where do they end up on the ladder? But the thing that could separate the Giants from every other team in the Sales NBL for me when it comes to playoff basketball is they might not have a stellar night, but defensively, it does not matter. They can rest easy every single night because defensively, the Giants are going to give you their all. And that's going to keep them in ball games. When it comes to playoffs, you can win and die from deep. But the effort that they're going to show up with every single night, you know they're going to turn it the ante when it gets to their playoff time. That's going to keep them in the ball game.
Yeah, and their imports are genuine two-way players. They'll give you effort at both ends of the floor as Dempster brings in that rebound. Trathan, Marsh left all alone. They dared him to shoot it. Just goes a little long.
Proven all year that he can shoot that.
If they can make a little run here, the Jets, they can induce a little nervousness again in the Giants, but they've just lost their rhythm a little. It's Majdawi having a rest at the moment for the Jets, as neither side can get a finish. Dempster struggling to keep pace there with Salmon, but he was there in time to get the rebound.
Sums it up. One of those nights. Actually, there's a lie. It's been one of those quarters. They had a tough third quarter there where they just couldn't see the ball go through the net. Doesn't get much easier than that. Strong, athletic Salmon get on the rim, but
Marsh to finish. To finish with the left hand here. 33-14 that third quarter for the Giants. Driving through traffic, looking for the finish, gets the board and the and one opportunity. Tukaha Cooper.
I like the last two positions. Maybe not for every team, but if you're this Manawatu Jets team, especially in this game, is how can you get out and run? How can you get layups? Make or miss. How can you get yourself easy shots? And those last two positions there, they want to make a game out of this. They want to make a ball game in this last 8 minutes of this one. Is how often can you get out and run? And when you do get the chance to get out and run, make sure you get out and run. We don't need to run our sets anymore. It's not at the point of the year where we need to go over and make sure that we know how to get into horns and run all types of actions. No, we want to win this game, and the easiest way to do it is get out and run. How can we get out and run? And when we do, make sure we run.
They get a little lucky. Can they get a finish on the back of it? They do draw the foul. It looked like it was another turnover for the Giants, but they scrambled, and they have had 9 turnovers, which is not disastrous, but I can tell you in Michael Fitchett's playbook, that's too many.
It's about 8 too many, I think, for Coach Fitchett.
No, 9.
9 too many. 15 turnovers for the Jets tonight, and a lot of those not uncharacteristic, but just unforced. 15 is a lot when you're going into a fourth quarter, 7 minutes to go. And so how can you look after the ball? How can you protect it? How can you get out and run? And how can you make sure that this man right here, Jared West, doesn't push us out?
Crawford, that is an absolute prayer, but you know what? He has so many of those answered.
But how can we get that man some more shots? It's up to 19 now. Off his sick bed, and just his presence has been amazing.
What's the call? We've got one referee saying a travel. Is one calling a foul? What's the consensus?
Paper, scissors, rock.
It's a travel. The travel wins over the foul. Thompson says, you're kidding. And I tell you, Brooke, this is only a 7-point margin. The Jets with the possession.
If you're the Giants, don't change what you did last quarter, but also don't change who you've been all year long. The Jets, they need to make it scrappy. They meet. Come on now. Oh, I was ready for that to go in. But they need to make it a fight. If you're the Giants, let the refs do what the refs done all year. Play your game. Right or wrong call. Don't change what you've done all year long.
Quick whistle. Salmon with the foul, I believe, before Morning got into a shooting action here.
And if you're Coach Fitchett, as he asked the question here, and that's probably a good representation of what they've done. They've asked the question, they've let it go.
He is going to the regime, so they do say that he was immediately that he caught the basketball, he was up and putting the ball up, so Morning with crucial free throws just to keep the Jets at arm's length.
This is good for the Giants. Better warn. Let's make a fight out of this one.
It's great if they win.
If they win, you're absolutely right. But heading into the playoffs, you need to have a fight. And the Jets are staying in this one.
Salmon, long 3-ball. Rebounds, Morning. West puts the afterburners on. They leave them all alone, and it's typically not a shot that he takes too many times. He is such a facilitator, but certainly one that he's capable of making. So we'll have a timeout here. And so the Nelson Giants have been able to just extend, now out by 11. Sorry, 9.
After the game, don't forget you can come and meet the guys.
Coaches always ask you, how are you going to impact the game of basketball today? What have you done that separates yourself? You know, how have you helped our team get a win? There's a reason that he's leading the league in MVP votes at the moment. They've won 10 games. That's huge, and he's been a big reason why. But it's not that he doesn't force anything. He just finds what's working for his team on that night. There's games that Jared West will score 30, 35, extremely capable. But tonight hasn't been his night. It's been Alonzo Mourning. He's got 27. Sam Thompson's got 27. So you know what? I'm going to chill for a little bit. I'm going to have my 7 points. That's all good. But I'm going to make sure that defensively I'm a hound, and I'm going to make sure that everyone else is seeing the ball with my 12 assists. And, you know, I think Coach Fitchett, and you're right, if they get this win, he sees those 12 assists and says, you know what? Great job out there tonight. Way to lead our troops.
So, individual performances. Shane Temina has quite little double-double, 13 and 10 for the Jets. So too Zain Najdawi with 11 points, 12 rebounds, but he's been shut down on the boards in the second half. And Brooke Rusko has mentioned the offensive damage being done by Trey Morning and Sam Thompson, the two Americans. 27 points apiece. Next best for the Giants is Dempster with 9.
And Trey Morning's done that on 11 shots. So I think Coach Fitchett would look at that and go, that was pretty good too. He's also been fouled 10 times, so he stayed busy. With no Bohannon, it was always going to be tough down there. Mismatches on switches, screens, Jared West getting into the paint, and then they would find Trey Morning. It's just smart basketball. Find the mismatch, force the team to either foul you, or you're going to finish on the rim.
Well, so much of the work in building a championship contending team is done in the off-season in the scouting and securing of good imports, and obviously, without question, the Giants are very much top of the table in that particular off-season job as well. They've got some goodies.
I played with the Giants for a few years, and it's just a fun place to play.
It's a great spot, isn't it? I mean, they love their hoops. It's got wonderful tradition.
And a smart basketball community as well. We've got Phil Jones down there leading the troops at the moment. Stalwarts like Samuel Dempster have been around forever. And go down the list. Mika was there.
And Mike Fitchett's gone home and taken the reins.
Just the product that they can bring out of the Nelson area. After Wellington, because I'm obviously from Wellington, second to none.
It's only a short flight or a long paddle away from Wellington.
And we're claiming Stephen Adams, by the way. He's from Wellington.
The Jets need a little run here. It's no good going bucket for bucket now. Margin at 10 with Just over 5 minutes to play. West goes exploring. And he was always going to be the second favourite there with 3 defenders.
Better defense as well. The reason it was better defense was because they forced Jared West, yes, managed to keep him on his right hand.
Is that on the way down? Certainly the Jets players feel it was. The referees are unmoved. What do you think, Brooke Rusco?
I don't want to make the call on that, but the call I can make is that man can get up. He can fly. Might have been on the way down from first glance, but nonetheless. We talked about it. We wanted spectacular entertainment. Jeez.
Crawford kicks it out. 3 ball. This would be handy. Brings them back just that little bit closer again.
Huge from Pep Momosia. But going back to the play before, we talked about Jared West and they forced him into a tough shot. It's because they didn't allow 2 feet in the paint. They made it hard. It wasn't wide open layup. Physical contact. Don't foul.
With a triple. Oh, that is a dagger from Sammy.
He's been looking for that one all night long. But going back to the basics of the Giants, high on ball. Sammy Debster hasn't rolled all year. You've got to know that in the scout that he was running to the 3-point line and made them pay.
Back to back, can they? No. Scramble for the board. Look at the intensity. Najdawi somehow keeps that in play. They make a bucket here. That is huge effort. Foul on the play.
Chippy out here. It's a feeling and you love to see it. With 2 teams with completely different outcomes in this game. You got one team who's looking to wrap up this season and finish first, if not second at the bare minimum. And the Jets who are playing for everything on the line in terms of the fans that are in here, the team that's put in the hard work, Coach Ngata Tafale in his first season. And there's some passion in this one.
Najdawi goes to work in the post. Dempster does a great job defensively. Najdawi brings the board down. Can't get another one in the end. The easiest part was the part that he messed up.
That's the tough because Najdawi loves contact. He was just trying to find the contact on that one and that threw him a little bit.
No, harm done. They get a stop at the other end. Crawford, little hesitation. Trathan going with him off the glass. Crawford, they're still not done. Nick Trathan's gone down clutching at the left leg. Not sure knee or ankle. He does not look too happy. Let's hope this is just a jarring. He may well have stood on Tyler Marsh's foot as he came down. Good news, he's up. Let's hope it was just a little jarring of the knee. That doesn't look great though, does it, Brooke?
Worrying sign if you're Coach Fitchett, as you hope that's just a little Charlie and he'll be all right for the next game. But worrying sign for the Giants is, with all due respect, just not as deep as some other teams that are looking to push. Well, players that play huge minutes and do extremely well, but just not as deep. So you need everyone there. You need all your troops in place.
And it's not unusual at this stage of a season to be in an 8-man rotation, but that's literally what they're playing here tonight, and they've just lost one of those 8. So they will keep a very close eye on Nick Trathan. Marsh might get more minutes in the closing moments of this one. What an effort from this man. Did not play on Wednesday through illness. He did not start, but he has given his all.
Absolutely, and he's looking like it too. He might look dejected there. I don't think that's dejected. He's worn.
Exhaustion.
He's played his heart out in this one tonight, and he's up to 21 points. Managed to put out 30 minutes. A couple assists in there as well. And these are huge minutes for Tyler Marsh as well. You're always trying to find the pros. Glass half full if you're the coach, and huge minutes to close out a big game as he's back. He's not done.
Who's tired? Not Crawford. And still, the Jets will not be dismissed. They get a stop here and a bucket, and this is all on. Morning. Najdawi defending up high on the arc. Dempster. Shane Temera right in his grill. Thompson from a long way out. Great defense, the Jets.
Great defense and better box out. And if you're the Giants here, you have to know who's trying to kill you at the moment.
Crawford, it looked awkward. It looked like it had no right to go through the hoop. Here they come, the Jets.
You said it earlier, professional scorer. I'm almost doubling him. I'm knowing where some of my men are. There's obviously certain players that I'm not leaving. There's a couple that I might.
Oh, this could hurt. Too long. Who's got the board? The Jets. Michael Fitchett in the background wants a timeout on a made bucket. They go to Crawford again, and Thompson with the foul on the floor. No basket.
And coach knows there's not a bucket, but you always question it. There was an early foul. But if I'm the Giants, I'm 1 denying him right there. He's the only man at the moment who's looking to score the basketball. And once he does catch it, we're doubling. I don't care where it comes from at the moment. You've got your systems, you know where it should come from, but we are getting the ball out of that man's hand.
Well, folks, if you haven't been watching the Sal's NBL this season, first of all, where have you been? What have you been doing? This is a competition that just delivers week in and week out. And we are seeing yet another example of that here this afternoon. Remind you again, and these kids could care less about what I'm going to say. The Jets, second bottom on the ladder coming into this. The Giants on top. Maybe that was actually a motivating factor. But just 3 nights ago, the Giants dealt to them 96-71. The Jets just shown tremendous character here this afternoon.
And they're doing this one without Bohannon, one of their imports as well, who's been huge in the paint all year long. He's protected the paint. He leads the league in rebounding. When you're down 6 right now, don't get me wrong, Crawford has been amazing. He's up to 25 points now. Missed the game on Wednesday, but boy, he is showing up. And the 25 points just feel bigger to me because I know how sick he was. Maybe he still is.
Oh, no question, his energy reserves will be depleted.
You're right, the gas tank is on E and we've gone into reserve, but you know, most players don't have a reserve.
He's going to inbound here, so watch for Crawford to be running off this pass and looking to get set free on the back of a screen or two. They couldn't do so. He continues on the curl.
And I'm not surprised that this man said, you know what? Let me go mark him.
Well, how does he make that, Brooke? There is no textbook that has that shot in it.
Did he get fouled?
4
You got to tip
points.
your hat to this man at the moment. Big shot. Jared West drew the assignment. One of the best defenders in the league, and Crawford said, welcome to my party.
The Giants need a bucket. Najdawi all over Thompson. He goes again. That is a tough jump shot. Dempster battling. Temera has it. Look out. The home crowd suddenly right back into this one. Crawford for 3. He's fouled. He will go to the line with a chance to bring this back to 1 point.
I love this competition, I'll say it. Oh, he got fouled. That was on the arm, tough finish. He doesn't care. Comes back down, a chance of 3 right here and make this a 1-point ball game with 1:23 to go. This man said, boys, we're gonna try and win this one, jump on my back. I'll take us there.
Oh, and I tell you what, he's got some shoulders to carry them too. Oh, that one rolls away. At the very least, Crawford wants to turn this into a 1-possession game. That'll do it, and he still has 1 to come. 1:23 to play, and there is 1 possession separating these 2 teams.
That one didn't look like missing.
Oh, they get the rebound. Najdawi, Salmon Crawford takes a tumble and then loses the ball. They go with the game arrow. Who's got it? Is it the Jets?
Possession. Currently says 81-84. It's 82-84.
No, he did miss the. He did miss the.
Sorry, I'm sorry. You are right.
So
don't let me jump on it. No, sorry.
It is a 3-point ball game.
Missed the second one. You're right.
And it's tough to be too harsh on Crawford, but when you go to the line shooting 3 with the game in the balance, he would want to do better than 1 of 3, wouldn't he?
Maybe that's where fatigue finally said, hello, I'm here. Missing that third one. Second one didn't look like missing at all, and maybe I just expected him to make that third.
I think, and I shouldn't second guess anyone here, I just wonder if the Giants have questioned the game arrow. I'm just trying to recall. Or is it just the referees talking to the score bench? Might be an issue with the clock. Conversation still happening just out of our camera shot. Now all 3 officials are back on the floor and we're good to go. That's the man that the Jets want with the basketball in his hands, because more often than not it ends up going through the nylon. From to swing through. Salmon. Oh, he went for the inlet pass there to Najdawi, intercepted by Morning.
And the idea was right. Saw the cutting man, but Crawford's been your guy. You have to make sure that he gets...
Oh, now he's batting the ball away at the defensive end of the floor.
You have to make sure that this man touches the ball. This man needs to shoot the ball. He's the one who's brought you back. He's the one who's played with extreme confidence. Love the confidence to throw the pass, but you got to find that man.
Well, I do wonder, and obviously they're looking to run a couple of screens with him as the inbounder, but I mean, do they just get him on the floor and they do everything they can for him to be the recipient of that inbounds pass?
At this point of the game, I'm asking him, I'm saying, what do you want? Do you want to come off on ball? Do you want to come off a couple down screens, pin downs? Do you want to inbound the ball at all? Do you want us to throw it to you and just say, you know what, go 4 flat, play the game?
So it is that simple as far as you're concerned now, that we get to 53 seconds left in a game. He is that dominant that you're simply saying, run something for Crawford. Just get it into his hands.
In this situation, yes. And the reason I say that is because it's such a young team. You know, you're down one of your imports as well. With all due respect, I would say championship teams, no, not at all. If it was the other end and the Giants were in a similar position, I don't think that's the case. But in a young team like this, a player who's traveled around the world making money by putting the ball in the hoop, in a position, in a situation like this, I say yes, but that's why I'm not a coach.
And I mean, if that's not on, if he gets denied, Najdawi in the post.
Hello, where are you? Yeah. Najdawi, without a doubt, has to be the second option. But the other thing is that Shane Tamata, he has extreme confidence. He is going to shoot the ball if he gets the chance. Everybody has to be willing to take the shot. When it can get to this point of the game, sometimes everyone can get a little bit tight, your hands get a little bit sweaty, your legs get a little bit heavy and jelly. This is the fun part. You want the shot. If you get the chance and you're wide open, take the shot.
They go to Najdawi, a little bit too much on it. They get a rebound though, that is huge. A tip back in, they can't make a bucket, the Jets. Somebody put a lid on the bucket. How did that not drop? The Giants hanging on by the smallest of margins. West, Momosia almost with the steal. How cool is West? Comes up short and they get another look. The Jets have got a foul, and they do. The clock is now against them.
And that is just, there's 3 absolute killers for the Jets there in that last 24 seconds. They had chances. Najdawi, he's been clutch, not just in this game, all year long. In second and third chance points, missed those ones. You had the chance to steal, missed that one. And then because the rotations were off as we gambled and went for the steal, which, you know, at this point, maybe you do have to do that because you had the chance. It just meant that somebody couldn't pick up somebody on those offensive rebounds.
Oh, there was nothing lacking from the Jets. They ran a play. They got a good look from Najdawi in the post. They showed effort on the boards. They had 2 opportunities to put the tip back in and just wouldn't go their way. West, cool as a cucumber, makes both. Michael Fitchett says, we don't need to get involved here. No foul. And the Jets need a quick basket. And then they have to play the fouling game. Somehow, Temara banks it in, but it will be just that little bit too little too late for the Manawatu Jets. There's still 1.4 seconds on the clock here on the GJ Gardner replay. That one rattled around and fell home. Officials may well be checking for time left on the clock here.
And you're right, just does feel a little too late. One thing there with that, hit the shot, tough shot, contested. Giants did a good job. I just think they took a little bit too long. They bit up too much of that clock. And then it'll be interesting to see where they put this one back to.
Well, it's somewhere between 2.4 and 1.9 because they keep coming down from 2.4. So the short answer, Brooke, is it's not going to be a lot. But it is long enough, I guess, isn't it? Quick foul, very quick foul on the inbounds. Look for the steal, and maybe, cross your fingers, 1 of 2 made, and you've got 1.5 seconds left to make a trip. I'm trying to find an opportunity here for the Jets.
Well, crazier things have happened in the game of basketball, right? There's many a times that we've sat in this seat and said, there's no way, and then what do you know, boom. Something happens in the game of basketball in the last 1.9 or 2 seconds.
Well, one thing you can guarantee, they will be all over this inbounds. Of course, the Giants will advance this, won't they? On the back of the timeout, so that's one thing in their favour. But the Jets will be sweating on a steal, knowing if they get it, it's going to be a half-court prayer.
Can you force the 5-second violation? Can you switch everything and confuse the offense somehow and get a steal?
McNaught to Dempster, and that's not a bad outcome for the Giants. Dempster with the basketball foul is called. Sam Dempster will go to the Rosine and look to ice a game that very few predicted was going to be this close.
For the Giants, if they can get this one, it's been a scrappy ball game. 3rd quarter they look great. 4th quarter the Jets made a ball game out of this one. But just to run through some of these offenses, to run end of game inbounds plays. This could be huge at the end of the season when it comes to playoffs.
What a game, what an afternoon in the Cells NBL here in Palmerston North. They have given it absolutely everything, have the home side, and sport can be cruel. They've come up just short, but the Nelson Giants, they're top of the table for a reason. They did not play well in the first half. They made some changes, and a dramatic 3rd quarter sees them over the line here. The Giants 88, the Jets 84.
Wellington Saints, and that will be our very last home game. Thank you all so much for your support.
4 points. A way to turn it around if you're the Jets. That shows character, that shows heart, that shows you want to play for this team. You put that uniform on, you want to be here. Look at them. Everyone is locked into what Coach Natu Tafali is saying right here. 4-point loss, back-to-back losses against the same team. It'd be easy to be dejected, look at the roof, try to see family and friends who are here. No, we've got a team here. We've got a squad. We're building something right here. Coach Tia Tamata Frost and Matt Tahuna standing right next to him. We're building something here. We're growing here. Hey, this might not be our season this year, but let us be. We're coming.
Oh, I absolutely if ever there is honour in defeat, we've seen it here over the last 2 hours or so, and they deserve the applause of their home fans, and so too the fans are deserving of that recognition from the team. The Nelson Giants, they may well board that flight back to Nelson with a little sigh of relief as they depart Palmerston North. But they've been good enough. And it was that third quarter onslaught, wasn't it? 33-14 that was the difference in this game.
They got onto the rebounds. They did what the Giants have done all year. They pushed the pace when they needed to, when it was right, off turnovers. And here we see it. Crawford, and their 28's huge because of when it came. He was huge in their fourth quarter. The two on the other side, man, they were big all game long, and it ended up being a 4-point ball game. Najdawi was massive on the boards in that first half, had 11, ended up with 15. Jared West, we talked about it. I don't know if the word is struggle, because he's a point guard and he saw that he had two other players that were putting the ball through the net, but 13 assists.
He actually ended up with a very good stat line with 13 points, 13 assists, 6 rebounds, just struggled from the floor.
3 steals.
These fans will be back. They've loved it. They've loved the energy that their team has given them right through the season. And even in defeats, they have enjoyed their afternoon here today in Palmerston North. It's a double-header tonight. The Bulls and the Hawks, do not miss that. That is going to be an absolute stunner with the top 6 on the line. I'm going with the Bulls. I just think the Hawks are in a hole at the moment. I think the Bulls, on the back of Corey Webster's hot hand, I think they get that. The Rams and the Airs again tomorrow afternoon, so crucial for the top 6, and the Jets will have to get back on board again because they play in Dunedin against the Nuggets.
Spoilers, and they could, man, they look like they could be spoilers tonight. They're going down to Otago with nothing to lose once again, and they'll try and spoil that one down there. And I'm telling you, if you haven't seen the Taranaki Mountaineers over the last, I want to say 5-6 games, they've been superb. They've been great to watch. If you can watch them tomorrow night, man, they've been good and exciting.
Some great basketball action coming your way. I hope you've enjoyed our coverage this afternoon from Palmerston North. On behalf of the entire crew and my colleague Brooke Rusco, it's been an absolute delight yet again in the Sal's NBL. The Giants win this one 88-84 over the Jets. We'll see you next time.